So guys, today we're going to have a look at the swing of US Open champion Brooks Koepka, back-to-back US Open champion. What is it in his action that you can learn and help you lower your score and control the golf ball better around the course? So winning the US Open back-to-back is no mean feat. There's very few players ever done it, and obviously you've got to hit the ball really, really straight. So what we've got here is Brooks' TrackMan data right in here, okay, and we can see here, hits it out to in, okay, and he's always playing a fade. Now, if you're looking at this and you're thinking the club face is closed relative to what his path is, it's actually only because the wind was coming off the left, so we need to start a little bit more online. If I just normalised it, you'd see that it would have been a straight pull. We'll take the normalised off. That's actually true to the conditions of that day. So, just going into a couple of bits of detail here, he's hitting it with 11 degrees aloft and with an attack angle of negative 3.7, but still hitting down on it, only spinning it at 2,679. That is nothingness. Interesting one, 121 miles an hour of club head speed, smash factor 1.47, ball speed of nearly 180. Okay, so it's still got plenty of topspin here because it's running out to 317 yards. This is a long way. Okay, so going to show there that you don't have to always hit up on the ball in order to get the desired spin rate. Now have a look at this with Brooks. Wider stance here for the driver. This is very sort of synonymous with a lot of the long hitters at the moment. They get a wider stance which allows them to create a stronger base. Having a look at it from front view here, right hand side, what we'll see is as he takes it back, creates a great coil immediately. The shoulders start to rotate, they wind up, and at this point here he still hasn't loaded the wrist. So at this point, that left arm parallel to the floor, we haven't created 90 degrees of set, but that set comes in fully at the top as he's loaded the club. But the one for me here is he has definitely got behind the ball. If we have a look here from the outside of the ankle all the way up to the top of the back, we can see that he's really got a lot of load without necessarily swaying off the ball. The unique bit that everyone tends to look at, obviously from the same stable as DJ, is that they've both got a bowed wrist at the top, i.e. the back of the palm is looking a little bit more at the sky. What we've got here with Brooks that is great for his build is his arms are sitting right on top of his shoulders, so we can see they're slightly above it. Now what he then does is, as he starts down, okay, makes a really strong lower body move, but the big bit is look at the space that is created here. So this triangular daylight out in front of the body, okay, club face is coming in and he's able to get that right hand on top, and at this point now that leading edge of the club is starting to match that spine angle. So he's shallowed the club, but now got the club in a really square position. Okay, if you want to hit a cut, you know, which is a power cut like these guys are hitting, you've got to start that ball to the left. Having a look from the front view here, we see that there's big move with that lower body there. That left knee really works across. We watch the separation here in those legs. Okay, this is the distance at the moment. And then we look again at this point now. Here, we can see that that gap has significantly increased. So that left knee is working a lot more out towards the target in this direction. He's creating a load of lag and torque, and then what he then does is allows us to unwind and then really bust around with that body. So coming through here, you can see he's just monitoring that club face position. There's no flicking over, okay? That club face is so square right here, okay? It's in a great position. And then he simply lets that release happen way after the ball. So yes, there is a hand release, but it's at this point that that right arm extends. It's still flexed at impact here, monitoring the club face and then letting that extension happen late on. So at this point here, we can see the left arm and the shaft are in line from the front view. And then he's going to let that club release later. And the big bit is as he's pushing back from the ground, watch how the left foot begins to move now. It jumps slightly around, which is what we see with the power players who push into the floor and then use that floor to the power from the floor to allow them to get a lot more speed. Okay, but what's the interesting one for me is how much he hits down on it and then how he changes the spin. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go outside and have a look at how you could perhaps be able to hit a lot of fairways, and if you want to hit a draw or a fade, hit down on it, because hitting down on it will actually reduce a bit of curvature, okay? And if you hit a ball with a lot of speed, like these tall guys, they want to hit down on it, because what they're doing is minimizing curvature, because they already have enough speed to hit it long enough, so they're not looking at maximizing distance, okay, by hitting up on it loads, but you can still see their spin rate's low. So let's go and have a look at how we can apply that. So guys, what we're looking at here is, obviously Brooks hits down on the driver. You saw in the analysis part of it there, I spoke about Brooks having the hands higher on the body. So if you're quite a tall guy, you'll want the arms more up. For me, with my sort of build, my swing plane really suits my height, so it's a bit lower down. I wouldn't teach my swing plane unless somebody had my build. So if you see my swing here at the end when we hit the shot, it's a bit low. I'm not trying to replicate Brooks's. I'm doing what's right for me. He swings the club his way, I swing it my way. But how can we apply that attack angle to both moves? Now here's what we're looking at. Okay, really, really simply. This one's going to represent dynamic loft, and this angle is going to represent attack angle. These two together as an angle are what are known as spin loft, okay? So this is all about to do with spin rate, okay? So if Brooks was hitting up on the ball, the dynamic loft, okay, would go up. So he's still keeping this exact same correlation to one another. All he's doing is he's hitting down on it and reducing the loft the same amount as he's hitting down. So therefore his spin rate stays the same, because he's hitting down on it more for what he likes to deliver, which is a cut. It's a lot easier to deliver that club face for him, okay? So what we do is, in terms of application for this, okay, so we've got the tee here on the ground, so we'd look at, from here's address, take it to the top, okay? How would I now learn to deliver hands forward, just a little bit, okay, but hit up on it? So I'm going to get a feel. So that's me hitting up on it with hands forwards. Now, we know that Brooks hits down on it. So how do I hit down on it, okay, and keep the same configuration of my body? So that would feel like this. So all I've got is a little bit more shaft lean, a little bit more over that side. So I'm going to get the feeling now from the top. So that feels like I'm hitting down and hitting with less loft. So the idea would be, what we're going to try and do is get that feeling, hitting more down, okay, to try and hit that squeezed cut. So we get into the setup position right here and get that feeling of feeling like I'm hitting a little bit more down on the ball in order to be able to still keep the same spin rate as if I was hitting a draw. So that definitely came off at the same spin rate, so it's come off pretty low, okay? And that would be a great way to find the fairway. So I would not hit up on the ball if I want to find the fairway. I want to hit down on it, and these are the secrets to why Brooks Koepka is able to hit that driver so well. You don't drive the ball crookedly and win 2 US Opens back to back. So the secret is learning how to control that dynamic loft and matching it in with that attack angle. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Thanks for watching, and talk with you again very soon.